and maybe they're the ones who like bring her know that maybe they tried to find him while she was gone. Who knows? But something more intense. And so we get No Good Deed. And as she finishes No Good Deed, Glinda is in her tower, horrified by what her suggestion may have caused. She runs to Madame Morrible to confront her. She is there to witness Morrible and the wizards send Dorothy and the gang on the mission to kill Elphaba, and March of the Witch Hunters starts. Glinda catches a glimpse of herself in a mirror and does a reprise of "There are bridges you've crossed, you didn't know that you've crossed till you crossed," instead of her singing that stupid Girl in the Bubble song. Hate that song. Cut it. And it's way longer than it needs to be. But I feel like if she just sings to herself that there are bridges we've crossed, I feel that'll convey everything, and it'll be so intense in the middle or towards the end of March of the Witch Hunters. Rather than something that would break it up like Girl in the Bubble. And then we hear some No Good Deed chanting as Elphaba sends the monkeys to find Dorothy to get her shoes, because, you know, she's kind of really lost it at this point. She's got some monkeys off looking for Fiyero, and she's got other ones off looking for Dorothy and her shoes. We also get maybe what are those things called? Posies? Popsies? Anyway, we get that spell where she like sort of puts the gang to sleep, and the audience gets to discover that the Scarecrow is Fiyero, but Elphaba doesn't see it. And they also manage to escape the spell before she gets there to get the shoes. And she figures that the person who combated her spell is Madame Morrible, who's been a thorn in her side this whole time. So Elphaba hunts down Madame Morrible instead of that stupid ending where she gets carted off by the monkeys or willingly lets herself be imprisoned. That is just silly to me. I feel like Elphaba should take out Madame Morrible in some way. You know, maybe not something, you know, like a full-on murder, but something to show that she's actually doing some no good deeds, even though it is a good deed to take out Madame Morrible. Like, let's actually get some crazy powerful stuff from Elphaba here at the end. And then the monkeys finally manage to bring Dorothy to Elphaba. And when she realizes that she has a little girl lost and crying in her basement, that's when she knows that she's gone too far. And we get March of the Witch Hunters starting up again. And Elphaba sings brokenly, "I'm limited," you know, and she looks around for a plan, and she sees the Grimoire as she's still singing "I'm limited," and we hear Bach hacking at the door, because we really want to see him again towards the end of the movie, because he just had this really intense thing with March of the Witch Hunters, where we get him hacking at her door, and she's like putting in a plan to stage her death rapidly. Maybe Chistory is there, who knows? We need somebody there to pass out her stuff after she's dead and gone. But Bach rushes in, grabs the bucket of water in order to melt her, and maybe Dorothy is like, hold on, maybe we shouldn't be killing the witch. I feel like it was really silly not to show Dorothy's face. That's just some nonsense in my opinion, because I feel like it would be so intense for us to actually see this little girl that Elphaba went after, even though she has her sister's shoes. They're fighting over the bucket. Bach managed to throw the water on Elphaba, and she's like, "I made it to you."